Good evening. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for joining me on the final stream of the year. Let me go ahead and say hello to those in the chat. Spaghetti Mon, with interesting name, and no Toon Critic is not in prison because the cops don't care. Ricky J, Paz Arts, Geigen Greg. You will not be getting $20. Sorry. Princess Summer, the Mickey Mouse Riding Pluto Fan Club, Grim, the Child, Noraski Quartza, Papa Hud 69, Discord, Derek, Lucid, Squeak Up, Saturday Morning Fan, Jeb Jam, Gobo, The Shadow Channel, Michael Bassett, Lizzie Cleary. Do we have anybody else here who is the Goat King 789? Trent Giron, Mark Baker, Jessica Harry, Deweef. Alright, so yes, you are the child. Hello, Spoken. Fearless. Okay, so DeWeef and the child are upset that Betty White is dead. I am sorry to hear that, but she's pretty old. I'm kind of surprised she lasted as long as she has. It's unfortunately just the way of the world. Hello, Emmy. So, a few weeks ago, I did a similar stream with Michael, and maybe a couple people came on because they were upset about how he talked to them. So now is anybody's chance to hop in the server, and I will be posting a link for it in just a moment. And if you have an issue with me, you can come at me, and we'll see how that works. Hello, Laser Pants, Jesse, Gussie. Hoping she'd beat the Queen. The Queen will not die. Hello, Priest, because she is not human. She is an eldritch creature from beyond space and time. No, Zavia, you are stinky. Hello, Firestorm 2900. See here, I'm going to go ahead and there's the server link, and I'm going to go ahead and pin it for those who want to hop in, and we can have words. If you want to, you'll have to hop in, and then you'll have to go to new guys in the server, and I will drag you in afterwards. Up until then, we can just chat about whatever. I have an issue with this year since they take away my Betty. I know she got a long life, but more than just that, she's an iconic person in the whole world. Nothing changes that. Well, death won't eat her. I wish my neighbors would stop shooting fireworks. We'll go out there and punch them. Use violence. Well, you're a kid, Noroski. If you had issues with me, you got a problem. Hello, Val. I have a problem because my pee is small and that made me upset spaghetti. Why come this your fault? I don't know. Apparently it's just my fault. It just is. The wife got me a Defiant for... Oh, nice. Killer. No, Gobo, it only makes things worse if you don't do absolute violence. If you're the only one left, there's nobody else to mess with you. Hello, Dark92 Enigma. Well, I can't promise you guys are going to get a show, because people often don't show up. John Caulfield, hello. No, I'm actually not a furry, despite what some people may think. The icon comes from the Beast Wars, the second cartoon with LioConvoy, which is where the screen name comes from. He's actually a mechanical transforming lion. So no, not a furry. Sorry. Despite how some people interpret the character. Hello, BTTF boy. Toku Prime, CC. Then when are you going to post just chatting stream? I think some people would like that. Well, I've done those in the past, plenty of times. Hello, Blitzcraig. No, Graham, I'm not a furry. Lio is the bird of furry. No, he's an actual bird. I don't even know. Would you classify furries as actual animals? It's kind of weird. I wonder what 2022 is going to be like. Probably just like 2021. Oh, I got one. Fascinating. All right, then. All right, son, you're live.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted.
It's all right. So what's your issue?
Can you hear me well?
I can hear you fine.
Oh,
Hold on. Let's wait. Let's make sure the chat can hear you. Chat, can you hear him?
hello. Just let me know when it's good to keep going.
Oh, yep. The chat can hear you. All right. So let's go ahead and begin.
Okay.
What's your damage, son?
Well, before I go too far, I just wanted to say, like I said in DMs, I'm not here to cause any major issues. I'm just wanting to resolve conflict that we've had in the past because I want to move on as an adult with this. So I think the first thing that you and I were like, I guess, beefing over before was the issue of muting. There was I don't entirely remember the context of it,
I can give you a
but
rundown. The rundown was somebody decided to get stupid with me in Coyote's server. He got smart, and I server muted him, and you decided, for whatever asinine reason, to remove the mute. And when I confronted you about it, you find every reason in the world to not engage with me, and instead continue to have goofy hee-hee times with the rest of the chat.
Okay. So I would like to first say it's not really like a projection of everything you said, but the timing of when that was, it was what, like 10:30 or so? Was it 10:30, 11? I don't remember. It was late at night. I was still in chat. I wasn't talking to them because I was busy texting you regarding that matter. But I knew I was, like, before you would come in, I was already planning to leave chat around, like, I want to say 10:30, but you had then come in, so I had decided, okay, now I have to stay, because if they keep going on and on and on, if they try starting shit after Coyote, like, I think once you left, unless I'm wrong, I think someone mentioned just jokingly about continuing whatever we were doing. I'm like, I shut it down. But I do want to be genuinely honest that I had no plans to continue further. The reason that I had said that I didn't want to engage with her, I don't exactly remember what I said. I'd have to look up the conversation. The reason I said it is because I recognized, hey, I have an early shift in the morning, and if I start doing this now, I'm probably going to be up till like midnight, 1 in the morning, and I'm going to be too tired for work in the morning. I'm just not going to deal with it now. And I'll take fault on that. I really should have just dealt with it then, so it wouldn't have gotten into a bigger issue. So I will take full responsibility. I should have engaged with the situation then. I am sorry I did not.
While I will accept your apology for that, the point wasn't the fact that you didn't engage with me. The point is you overrode a decision based on literally nothing other than the fact that you don't think I spread the proper vibes in the chat when somebody got stupid.
I agree. I was writing down notes so I would keep myself on track. I completely agree with what Coyote said in response to me in the moderator chat. I completely agree with him saying that I shouldn't automatically override a moderator's decision. So yeah, the whole situation, I think I didn't properly handle, and it was bad timing. But yeah, I do apologize for how that handled.
One moment. Thank you, Pool Guy. Very gracious, kind super chat of $50. Pingus, yes, snooping as usual. Go ahead.
All right. I guess, what was the other thing I was gonna mention? Oh, the Ashy situation. I do want to say, like I already said in the chat, the moderator chat, I'm sorry for how I acted through there. I think I was just a bit irrational, and if it matters towards it, I can explain why I got involved in the first place.
I know why you got involved. You don't have to. You saw people getting upset. You saw somebody getting irritated, and you decided to go on to the defensive.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to figure out.
All right. I guess if it's worth mentioning, I think it was just another situation where, like, I was, well, because Ashy's, I don't know how to describe them, but they're a very interesting individual. But they tended to message me quite often around like before they had left. And about the time that that whole situation happened, they were effectively freaking out, talking to me, saying, "I'm gonna leave because of you," because I didn't know who it was at the time. Um, and so I felt like because of Coyote's temporary hiatus and him, Ashley, going to leave, I kind of felt. I'll be honest. I made a bad decision in a rushed moment, and yeah, I probably should have just taken a moment to step back and realize that was not the best move I had, especially swearing at you at the end.
Oh,
I rage quit at that.
yeah, I'm not worried about being cussed at, son. I come from a military family. That's not going to bother me. The issue it comes down to is instead of actually looking at the chat, you immediately acted from an emotional basis, and because you saw a lot of people agreeing with what you felt. You have to have standards. The entire reason why I went at it with Ashy, first and foremost, I wasn't even trying to start a fight with Ashy. Ashy had made some statements that are by nature leading to immediate failure and self-destruction. Saying you're going to keep everybody happy and safe is not tenable in a server filled with hundreds of people. That is setting yourself up for failure. So the entire reason why I said that to Ashy was to try to get Ashy to understand if you hold this and you try to follow it, you are setting yourself up for destruction, disappointment, and depression. You need to reevaluate your values and you need to try to make it within your grasp. And instead of being an adult like Ashy allegedly was, Ashy had an emotional baby rage meltdown. That's what happened.
Thinking over it now, because I, I think we can both agree. I don't think well in the moments, but
No, you don't.
I tend to be someone who it takes me time to think about stuff. I tend to learn in retrospect rather than in the moment, because I think that's just how I was raised. Is it takes me a while to recognize where I really was at fault, and it's why I want to have this conversation in the first place, because I I I'll be honest, I do have respect for you and what you tend to do. I think you have a very good, moral standing on a lot of things, and so I want to not have any conflict between us because I have no reason to have any issues between us. But I guess the only other thing worth mentioning until I get out of here, there was something that recently came up that just confused me because I just wanted to know more of just elaboration what you were meaning. Um, I don't remember the exact word choice you used, so you can correct me if I'm wrong here. Something about consistent standards or something. I don't remember what that was.
Sure, just one moment. Thank you very much, Ethan Michael Crane, for the very generous $20 super chat. You know what? I have a problem, Lio. If I'm in a car at the speed of light and I turn on the headlights, will they do anything? Rip and tear in the new year? Well, considering that all of speed is relative to how fast you're going, they'll probably turn on. I mean, it's still light. It's just going to go the same speed as your vehicle. Anyways, I mean, technically, Pool Guy's right too, but I'm trying to operate within like the reason that somehow the car still exists. When I say inconsistent values, what you tend to do by your nature, because you're a passive person, and I'm not saying that as a negative thing in and of itself, you will go with whatever the larger group is screaming down at you unless it's something directed to you specifically. And I've seen you do that multiple times. So when I say have consistent standards, here's what I mean. If I'm in the middle of a call with Senate and we are arguing and the entire room turns against me and I still know I'm right, I don't back down. Granted, that hasn't happened, but I don't back down because my values are consistent. I don't let somebody else yell down or try to pivot on what I'm saying or what my values are, and I certainly don't go with what the easiest method is or easiest path. That's not who I am. That's not what this is about. So having consistent values means regardless of what the rest of the room thinks, you stand strong in what you know, and you stay consistent in that.
I understand. And while I won't argue against that, I will say I think, based on my own perspective myself, is obviously no one knows themselves. No one knows anyone better than themselves. The point I'm trying to say is, I think recognizing my own sense of where I am, I have a tendency to, I guess, if I'm presented with like an overwhelming amount of like backlash to something, I have a bad tendency to try to reword myself or try to, I guess, change it to where it doesn't sound as bad, and that's a problem I've been trying to address with a therapist and such because I don't like what it could lead to or what it may already be doing, and it's probably why I have a lot of people who don't like me in the server. It's kind of why I left because the second time I joined the server most recently, I gave myself like a three-strike rule. If I get into conflict three separate times with people, even if it's not my fault, I'm dipping. And that's kind of why I had to like rejoin the server. But
Well,
yeah, if you
that's
haven't,
a really foolish value to keep because you're never going to stay anywhere if that's the point. The only way you grow is through
uh,
conflict.
I that I'm not going to argue against you on that. I completely see where you're coming from. I just feel that personally it is difficult for me to do because I am not someone who I don't know the proper way to say it, but I'm not someone who can properly register conflict in the moment. It takes me time to. It's why I have a better time doing this conversation than if I were to do it just suddenly out of nowhere. People are like, "Hey, join this call, and we're gonna talk about this bad situation like that." I can't really do. That's why I have a better time talking in this sort of one-on-one that it's planned beforehand because I can think about what's going on and I can think more accurately and not mess up my words in the heat of the moment.
All right, then here's what I'm going to recommend for you. I'm going to recommend something Pool Guy says to generally all the newbies: lurk more. If you have a hard time with conflict in the moment, then don't get involved in it. Sit back, see what happens, figure out your own thought process, and later in the day or whatever, then you can hop in and have conversations. You do not have to participate.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you start nonsense on your own, I can't help you on that one because you did that a couple weeks ago in the server. You crapped the bed and people started dogpiling on you. That was on you.
I mean, I'm not here to argue or anything, but
No, I'm trying to make a point here. If you have to get your life organized in a way that is most functional for you, and it seems to me getting in conflict in the moment is not functional for you. So don't. It's really that simple.
oh yeah, I completely agree. Um, I guess mostly just what keeps dragging me back to this is I don't know the proper way to say it. Not that like I think I can handle it better this time, but I I feel like if I keep involving myself in situations where I should be able to learn something from it, even if it's a bad like situation I don't feel comfortable in, I can try to develop almost like a thick skin or a better mentality over how to handle it. But I have come to recognize more as this year has gone on, and especially as I rejoined the server, which is my own mistake. That isn't always the case for me, and I really should properly recognize the, I guess, the right way to go about handling this.
Well, here's the thing. You're talking about gauging up, essentially. If you want to gauge up, if you're doing like weightlifting, you don't go from 50 pounds to 200 in the span of a week. That's a good way to literally tear your muscles to pieces. Or if you don't have a good spotting partner, you're going to kill yourself. So
Agreed.
immediately going from, well, I need to be more conflict resistant to jumping into Senate, where you know that you've made some really, really bad decisions in what you've told people, is foolish. Gauge up. Start engaging with people in different servers. Start having smaller conflicts over things that don't matter. And sooner or later, you'll build that. But it's not something you can go from 0 to 100 in and expect not to die.
I understand. And I don't really have anything else I want to mention. I guess if you had anything that you wanted to address,
The only thing I want to
with
address
me.
is you need to be consistent. You need to start engaging when it's time and when it's proper to. And TLDR, don't be a pussy. I mean, that's all it comes down to. Have some standards, have some consistency, and have some merit.
I understand. I guess just whenever people say like you mentioned, don't be a pussy, don't be a coward, whatever. I guess it's just it's weird for me because the way I've seen, and this could be a complete misunderstanding. I will take fault if this is a complete misunderstanding. Me not engaging with something means that I'm too cowardly to fight for myself, but yet going into it without the right way of handling it makes me look like an idiot, and then not being able to respond right makes me look like I'm just too scared to respond. It For me, because of this perspective, it feels like a two-way. It feels like a two-way street that leads to a dead end.
Okay, then here's what you do. And after this, you'll have to go ahead and excuse you off the stage because we have somebody else waiting. And real quick from Pool Guy, thank you for the
Yeah.
$5 super chat. He says you should take boxing lessons. That way you can learn head and foot movement so you don't get hit as often. Here's what you do. Okay, so this goes back to a story about a man named Miyamoto Musashi. Are you familiar with that name?
I am not.
Okay, Miyamoto Musashi lived in the 1500s. He was one of, if not the most accomplished swordsman on the planet. By the time he was 30, he had participated in and won 60 duels, most of which were to the death. And this doesn't count the people he's ran into on the road that he's had to dispatch. And he used this odd thing called tactics. So he would exploit his own culture's weakness and obsession with punctuality and whatnot. He would strategize how to deal with conflict. And then he would destroy anybody he would be involved with. So if you know where your strengths and weaknesses are, learn to strategize. Instead of saying, well, I see everybody losing their minds right now, I'm going to jump in and make a fool of myself. No, sit there and look, watch, figure out your own thought processes, and then, because I promise you it won't be the last time it's brought up, nothing in the server or anywhere is ever one and done, then engage. Once you figure out where you stand logically and you know you can defend it, then engage. It's that simple.
All right. Understand.
All right, so
you did cut out part of there, but I understand.
well, you can go back and listen to it, but I'm going to have to ask you to leave now so I can bring Riddle, of all people, in.
All right.
Have
Goodbye.
a good night. Hello, Riddle. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing, LioConvoy?
I am always tired. Always
Yes.
tired.
Yes, I can tell. So, this is a Happy New Year first.
And to you too, my friend.
So, is this the Pick on Lio stream?
No, this is a if you have issues with me, we can talk about it stream.
Well, like, I'm sure you have this New Year's. Do you have any New Year's resolutions this year?
I have a few, but a lot of them are personal. But the biggest New Year's resolution is to actually start getting decent content on my channel for again. It's been a while, and I've been so busy with the new job. It's been ridiculous. Anywhere from 60 to 70 hours a week.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for. Busy. Like, are you taking too much on yourself? You have like a million things you promise, but you can't keep up because you keep on dogpiling more shit on yourself. Are you gonna like explode?
No, I don't think I'm gonna explode. I mean, I don't think I
You're gonna
have
get a hernia at this rate, or not a hernia, an ulcer at this rate.
I don't think I'm gonna get either of those things, Riddle. But I appreciate the concern.
No, but I'm not like trying to be hyperbolic, but you do take on too much shit, and then people get pissed at you because you don't get around to it, or they don't understand. I don't know if this is a pick on Lio stream.
No, it's not. But if you have an issue, we can talk about it.
Yeah.
If you're referring to the thing, I think you are. There are some other things that I've had to take care of first. Having a kid here is also an issue. Having to deal with other family-related things that I do not speak about publicly because I'm not a dum-dum. If you'll notice, even the content I have put out has been very, very small, very short, very concise. It's not something that I've been able to put a lot of work to. So part of what I'm doing next year is, of course, keeping every single promise I made for individuals that I've done that for, hopefully within the next or the first 2 months of that year, so we can get that taken care of and so I can make certain people cry.
I think you just can't do everything you say you do, and I think at some point you're going to say, hey, it's been this much, I can't get around to this, I gotta have to bounce. That's just like the nature of the beast.
Well, if that's what you think, Riddle, I can't stop that.
You just take on too much shit, and then every week there's a new crisis, and you have to get involved with, and then you're gonna give yourself a hernia.
Hernia. Is it hernia or ulcers, or am I going to get both?
Yes. You'll bend down and pet the cat and you'll get yourself a hernia.
Well, according to Jace, my hips got to go out first, so I guess I got a lot of things that are going to happen.
Yes.
Hold on, let's see. Gussie says Lio can't write. I mean, I'm pretty sure I do, considering how many people I have to yell at and text on a daily basis.
So did you want to pick on Riddle since I picked on you?
Well, no, I have nothing to pick on you about, Riddle.
Damn it.
Wait, Nora, how in the world could you confuse Riddle for Jace?
Yeah, man. I'm you totally Jays. Yeah. I don't know. I can't do
Well,
Eastern European.
If you want to thought like Jace, you have to say, all right, all of you, your taste is terrible. It's god-awful. I think, personally, you should remove yourself from life, and you should like Punisher comics, like me, because that is good taste.
Yeah. Halo.
Halo is fun. You really ought to play it with us sometime.
Oh, I suck at shooters.
Well, so do I. That doesn't stop me.
No, I am literally don't know how to do a shooter. I am terrible.
Well, if only a lot of teenagers had your problem, we probably wouldn't have as much gun violence in the schools.
That is big true there, Lio.
Real quick, thank you again for the $5 super chat, Random Pool Guy. Lio, you should let Opal handle all the creeps for you. Oh my god, no. That way you only have one person to yell at. You don't have to do it in call. Pro tip. Oh, come on, I'm not going to do that to Opal. She's very bad at this. And more importantly, I've already made her cry once this week. I don't need to do it more.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What did she do now?
Not something I'm going to go on about publicly. It's not something.
Okay.
It's not something she did.
Oh, thank goodness.
But no, there are some things that I'm trying in terms of like moderating the server to take a step back from, but some people have to step up to do things about it. And we already had an incident today where something was supposed to be handled 2 weeks ago, and it wasn't. So we're off to a rip-roaring fantastic start.
Oh. you gotta slap the belt.
Don't make me, because I got one. It's a good leather one, too.
Yeah.
Somebody getting goofy time tonight, boy.
Goofy time.
All right. So anything else?
Oh no, I'm good. I'll try to make more drama later, so it's more interesting. I'm gonna draw the cat.
All right, man. You go ahead and take it easy.
You too.
All right. All right, so that was Riddle of Lightning. He's a lot of fun. And I'll take a look at the Twitter meme at some point. Let's see here. What's up is Frank Hassel. So are you the guy in our server whose screen name is Frank Hassel? Let's see here. Yes, give Bopal responsibility, not on your life. And yes, the meme on screen was, again, done by Missy Drip like a year ago. It's been my profile picture on Facebook that entire time. Lio, do you like cats or dogs more? I actually like them both. I have cats because they're easier to take care of, but I also do like dogs. Lio's New Year resolution should be to review the new My Little Pony movie. No, thank you. What's the worst series you've seen in your life? Shingui Death Frenzy. Without question. Are you still making a Sona? Yes, at some point. I've been busy. When I sat down to do it, things happened with the computer, so that's been fun. You should believe it, Missy, because I said so. Lio's best pet is still a bird. He's not a good pet. He just exists. Lio, what is objectively the best type of Mountain Dew? Baja Blast. Do you think some fandoms are cringe? I think people within the fandoms are cringe. And some of that's due to oversharing, not having much in the way of a social life, putting out too much about themselves. Lio, have you watched Demon Slayer yet? Quite a bit of it, and I read the manga. And I enjoy it. Matter of fact, on the table here, I actually have the Buzzmod Tanjiro figure that came in the mail the other day. He's neat. I like him. I'll eat the rolls, get fat. Pizza rolls? Joining one of these streams is like watching Lost halfway through the series. Well, I think I'm actually more simplistic than Lost. The birds should review MLP so you don't have to. Learn how to delegate, like you said. I would not trust that bird brain to review anything other than action figures. G Gundam or Voltron? Oh, don't make me choose. They're both great super robot series. What do you think of the swordplay and footwork? Well, it's made to be fancy. It's not made to be accurate. The footwork's wrong. They don't lead with the tip. Zenitsu's drawing form is completely screwed up. Spoken mind. I have to go to sleep. I'm going to be mean to you because you asked earlier. You are very gay and have bad taste in shows and toys. Happy New Year. I'm not going to take that from an Undertale ripoff, OC. Where's the bird when you need him? He's around. He's around. Is Lio an NFT? Maybe. I'm not on a blockchain. Bird deals with cringe and cancer very well. Yeah, because when he dealt with Motu Thunder, that was still a mess. He still shows up, by the way, sometimes. Have you watched the anime reboot and how do you like it? I did a video on the first season. You should go check it out. Got a Boken? I have several Boken. I also have several Shinai, and I have several live steel swords. Wisteria isn't an Undertale OC. Isn't that what killed a lot of people from Bluebell? Wisteria? What is the appeal of Transformers? Robots are cool, and robots that turn into other things are cooler. Remind me, how did the Kenshin creator escape from the memory hole to retain ownership for the reboot? He's just always told ownership for it. That's just how it works. The video pull up and I watched out the stream, but I would like to hear a summary of what you think about the Pick a Side YouTube issue. I actually did a stream about it just yesterday. You can check out. Thoughts on the sword play in the original Highlander movie? God awful. Do Gallagher impressions for content. Break things with hammers and make Opal sit in the front row without a tarp. Opal would have to be here first, and I'd need a bigger hammer. Busy says, Lio, I have a problem with you. There's not enough of the bird in calls anymore. I demand more of the bird insulting idiots in call. Happy New Year. Well, we'll see. Thank you for the super chat. Imbibe in the avian soul you harbor in your soul. Do you like Hema? I've actually trained in Hema. Specifically in Ringneck's Longsword and Lakushner's Messer. Let's see here. I've been tagged. Do I have somebody else? Not yet. Oh, God. Thank you, Riddle, for the kind art. One moment. I'm going to have a bit of a laugh here. Dang it. Wait, you can time out people? That's rad. Move to... You're gay, Luna. I couldn't help myself. LioConvoy, have you ever heard of Kakarot 197 channel? Because he goes over Gundam news and Mobile Suit history and lore. I probably have seen it. I just don't keep track of it. Would you consider the original Highlander less of a swashbuckling movie, more of a tokusatsu? I wouldn't consider it either of them. Was Revelation's second half better? No, it was worse. It was factually, actively worse. And everybody involved in that should be embarrassed. Is there any form of martial arts you favor? Whatever works. Have you seen the Evangelion reboot movies, Lio? I've seen all but the last one, and I am not a fan of Evangelion. Oh boy, Silverfang joined. Tiger, Leopard, and Puma locked in a room. Who wins? None of them. They all go to their individual corners and try to avoid each other, because that's how apex predators operate. Lio, would you be upset if I did a thing? Depends on the thing. He-Man would win against Lino. Who's Lino? Jay Leno? I don't know. He's got that chin. He's got that chin. Lion-O. Frank is waiting. Is he? Did I somehow miss that? Oh, I did. Hello, Frank. How you doing today?
Hey, how's it going?
What can I do for you, man?
It's not really against you. I was just wanting to ask a question. Why do you think Brian Flynn, or what do you think about Brian Flynn, and why do you think he's mismanaging Super 7?
As far as mismanaging goes, I think that comes down to how he's handled a lot of the different products under his belt and how he's mismanaged Thundercats. I can't even say that he's mismanaged a bunch of other things because his Turtle line, despite my criticism of his company and him, are generally decent. I got some issues with it that are more come down to some of the goofy choices he's made. The problem I have with Brian and how he runs his company is the fact that he's not exactly professional to a lot of the people who engage with him. And when he decided to turn around and attack a reviewer because he gave an unfavorable review before anybody else was able to get the product, that soured my opinion of him immediately. Because he did it on his personal account and he continued to attack the dude even when he proved that he wasn't lying about things.
Really? Who did he attack?
Dragon Soul.
Oh, I've never seen that guy. That's probably why I don't know about it.
Dragon Soul, back during, right before the Wave 1 Ninja Turtles Ultimates hit the shore, he was able to get a hold of them, specifically the Raphael figure, because Polyphony, Super 7's distributor in China, had gotten a hold of them, and he had a very negative review of them because of some tolerance issues and with a lot of the joint problems. And Brian decided to go onto the man's channel and accuse him of buying counterfeits or bootlegs or incorrect product, claiming, well, our Chinese distributor hasn't even gotten a hold of their product yet, when previously he said he had not even been able to look at products in China, so how he would know that is beyond me. And when the guy literally took a day off work and went to Polyphony and filmed the fact that they had all the Super 7 product for Ninja Turtles in stores at the time, Brian never issued an apology.
Wow. He's something.
I think he's an absolute joke, and I think anybody who tries to white knight for him is probably mentally stunted or toy addicted.
Now, what about Bobby Valla?
Bobby Valla is a different matter. I don't always agree with Bobby. He's not exactly a friend. He's more of an acquaintance, if that's what you're trying to get at here. I'm fine in general if he goes at it with individuals, but what he goes at it with them tends to be more personal matters as opposed to, somebody said a mean thing about his product.
Oh, okay. You'll have to check that video out. You said it was
Dragon
what was
Soul.
it again? Dragon Soul.
Here,
All right.
I'll just
cool.
go ahead and do you a favor and I'll link it, okay? Just give me a second here.
Cool.
And I'll go ahead and message it to you.
Cool, man. Yeah, that's all I had. Thanks.
No problem.
Take care.
You too. Let me take a look at the chat before I have to bring anybody else in. Okay, so Danny corrected himself. Lion-O. Danny, I've seen you in my comments section. I see you get offended over really goofy things. You seem to be under the mentality that I only like 80s cartoons and you get really offended over it. If you got a problem, links on the pinned comment. We can come talk about it. Unless you had no balls. In which case, that's a you problem. Is Kevin Smith in perpetual shame or unable to feel shame? A lot of people give Kevin Smith grief over the new He-Man. I don't. Because it's not Kevin, it's Rob David. Every bad decision in that show is from Rob David. Is it fair to say Kenji from Evangelion is one of the worst anime protagonists of all time? You mean Shinji? Yes. Lio's an expert in martial art of idiot control. If I was, I'd have to deal with him less. My opinion on cockatiels. I like cockatiels. I had some when I was a teenager. I really had pet birds. I loved every single one of them. They were very sweet. We had one named Simon, and Simon was a dick. He hated everyone except my mom. He liked my mom and he liked his mate, and everybody else could eat a dick. There was one time where I heard Simon screaming and the cat bellowing, and my assumption was the cat had gotten in the cage and gotten a hold of Simon and was hurting him. And technically I was right, but I was also wrong. And the reason why I was wrong is because when I went into the room in a panic to try to hopefully save the bird, Simon had his wing in the cat's mouth, but Simon's beak was on the cat's nose. So the cat was losing that encounter. Let's see here. Thank you for the super chat, Justin Centers. I hate Goldie from DuckTales. Very nice. Let me continue down the chat here. Lio, how do you feel about Thundercats reboot? But instead of the original characters, we get a next generation of characters. They would suck at it. They would have no clue. Let me see if Star Maiden's here yet. Nope, not yet. What do you feel about investors in dolls? I mean, everybody collects something. If they are very fond of dolls, I mean, they're welcome to collect them. I just don't myself. Sorry about that. Autobot people would just call it a reboot. What? My pride is for fools. I agree. Well, it looks like I can't do the thing because Google won't let me register my credit card to my Google account name. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Gobo. Another problem is there aren't enough idiots hopping to the server to argue with Lio. Give it time. Lio, any Gundam recommendations for kids? There's the SD Gundam series. I'm technically any Gundam series for the most part is meant for kids. Still waiting for a Tiger Sharks reboot. You're going to be waiting a long time. Oh, hold on. Is Diamond Selects a good toy company? It can be. It all depends on what you're looking for. I hate most people on Twitter. True. Lio, how do you feel about FNGR asking for a friend? I think he is a man with a lot of struggles, and I wish him the best. Lio, what is your favorite version of Thundercats, and why is it Roar? No. Is He-Man a He-Man versus Thundercats animated movie? It would suck. Cat, I have made grievous and continuous laughing jumps. Yes, his name was Snuggles, and we think he might have gotten brain damage because he got stuck in the garage door once. He was kind of stupid ever since. Opinion on Bravestar, fantastic show. Cannot recommend it enough. Have Chuck Norris write the next Thundercat story? Yes. Jennifer, hold on, one of none gives me a $5 super chat. Thank you. Have a good year. Have money. Appreciate it. Any plans for the new year? Several. Jennifer Simmons for another $2 super chat. You agree? I prefer Goldie in the comics, personally. Now, just so you're aware, for those of you joining the server, if you're here for the stream, that's fine. But be aware that after the stream, the server is a very barbaric place. So, if you can't handle that, you need to leave. Just being real blunt there. Favorite soda, Dr. Pepper. Without question. Love the new Texas planet setting. Is a Texan that really eats my haw. I live in Texas too. I'm not a Texan, but I do enjoy all of Bravestar, especially considering that it all came from like a sketch done as a possible villain for the Filmation Ghostbuster series. Who would win, Serafina or Ghostface? Well, only one of them's real. So, Riddle will fight you on why Beast Wars sucks. So that's what you want to fight about now. Fantastic. Maybe another day. Maybe another day. Do you think GoBot should be rebooted, and have you watched the Machine Robo anime? No to both. Thank you, One of None, for a $10 super chat and more money. Much appreciated. Serafina is fake confirmed because Ghostface is real. I'm going to Ghostface him in the face with my fist if you keep it up. My favorite soda is Dr. Pepper, but I have a soft spot for IBC cream soda. True. Which is the best Thundercat episode? Hard pick, but to me it would probably come down between Exodus and the Thundercutter.
Oh, is it exciting?
Well, I mean, I've had a couple conflicts. I've had Riddle fuss at me for taking on too much on myself, which is not an incorrect statement.
I see. Yeah, you've had two. Congrats, I guess. I don't know. I've been thinking about having one of my own, maybe at some point. I don't know. At some point.
You gotta get enough people pissed at you first. Let's see here.
Yeah.
I want a Ghostbusters versus Ghostbusters crossover. That's never gonna happen because the entire reason why Filmation made their Ghostbusters was to try to spite them. So good luck with that. GoBots is not a part of Transformers. True, they are. Would like a revival of Bravestar, but after Thundercats and He-Man, I think it's best to remain nostalgic for these series rather than bring it back with recent failures. That is true. Double O, hold on. Double O Buckshot or Slugs? I couldn't tell the difference. SWAT Cats and... Sorry, I'm reading off the chat. SWAT Cats and Thundercats crossover? No, thank you. Is that the real Serafina? And right as I called her fake, too. Shake my head. Lio, will you ever do a face reveal? Get me to 100,000 and we'll do a face reveal. I promise. I must set the bar high.
I'm going to hold you to that.
That's fine. They'll regret it, though.
All right, guy. All right, Baiji, I need you to make about 95,000.
Oh, don't you? No. Don't you put that on that poor man.
You don't think he'll do it?
No.
We'll then get our true nerd Lio. Because
you
see, I am one of the very few who have seen Lio's face in person.
And as such, you must be executed.
And also get arrested.
You were arrested. Yes, I would still like to at some point talk to Emmy Simp because that would be funny. I did want to see a Samurai Pizza Cats reboot one day, even at the chance for it being good or slim. Samurai Pizza Cats is kind of like lightning in a bottle. You get it good one time, and that's about it. And I'm fine with that. Lio has eyes without a face. That might be true. SWAT Cats was going to get a revival, but the well dried up from the crowdfunding and then the production hell with trying to find service hosting for the series. Yeah, I talked to Lancelot occasionally. He's Not happy with how things have gone so far. Hello, Polio Doom. Thank you, Avatar Michiro, for the $2 super chat. Hello, Lio. Happy New Year, and hoping he gets better. I hope to, too. I hope so, too. Lio's a scary-looking man. I mean, sometimes. Seven Spick says, I met Lio once in San Japan. God, it's been a while since I've gone to that convention. They pissed me off, so I stopped going. Have you seen an anime called Area 88 series? I have not. Let's see here. I'm being messaged. Bird, buckshock, slug. Ooh, I'd say I had to go with slug then. That looks like it hits harder. Let's see, is there anybody else? We have Missy there, but I don't think Missy's wanting to fight yet.
No, she said in the chat that you're looking at live chat, right? You're not looking at top chat.
Yeah, I'm looking at live chat. I saw Missy's post. Hello, Shiokami. Okay. You horrify me. Hey, Lio, I'd like to talk about not anything disrespectful. Just want to know your opinion on something. Sure, hop in the stream. I remember when you looked at my fur affinity and I said you knew what you were walking in on me having a Sonic OC. It was DeviantArt, and yes, I do remember. How does one play Halo? I suck at it. With your fingers. And your keyboard and mouse.
Keyboard and mouse, bro.
Like, genuinely, that's the better option. Having played it on PC for the majority of the time I played that, or not PC, having played it on console the majority of the time I played it. PC's much better. Does Boss Fight Studios... hold on. Does Boss Fight Studios make good toys? I ordered some of their Bucky O'Hare figures. I'm curious. I wouldn't know. I never ordered anything from them. Bucky O'Hare's not really in my wheelhouse. I'm not scared of you, Shia. Your content and your fan base is what worries me. There's something wrong there.
I just look at the thumbnails of She's content and I'm like, yeah, nope. Bye.
John Highland, opinions about Beast Wars 2. Well, I'm using like the main character's screen name, so must be a pretty high opinion. Granny Missy, yes. Granny Missy. Oh, we got a new guy, so I'm going to pull him in. What can I do for you, Dandy? Apparently nothing. Dipped immediately. So I guess there's that.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, no, nothing's wrong with your thumbnails. I was just making a joke. Your thumbnails are fine.
LioConvoy, do you have a favorite mass production mobile suit from the Gundam series? I'm actually very fond of the Leos because they look very uniform compared to others. What do you think of Beast Wars Neo? I do enjoy Police Academy Transformers, so yes. Let me go ahead and tag Missy and ask.
I mean, this isn't as bad as the one with Michael where I lost my mind.
You wanted blood and you weren't given any.
Yeah, it's gonna happen to me too when I do one.
Let's see here.
As you can see, I am exhausted today because I do not like working on New Year's Eve. It's absolute hell.
Lio, what do you think of Catra and She-Ra? I mean, I think she's cute, like physically, but I think she's terrible in actions. Oh, hold on. I have someone waiting. Who do I have waiting? I guess I'll pull in him again.
Use your mic work now.
Hello again, Dandy. What can I do for you? Is that an Ugandan Lio Knuckles, or am I imagining? It is my brother.
That was me.
Dandy, you gonna talk here, Chief?
It never works, doesn't it?
No, this is weird because everybody else has been fine. His favorite food, pizza. Without question. And the last says it's possible to get crossover would be weird, genius way. Okay, let's see here. Looks like it won't be possible to do things until next stream because Google is full of retards trying to get me to add a card. I know the feeling, but haha, you have been defeated this one time. Favorite property you watched this year that was good. Doesn't have to be a new from this year. Could have been something that you watched this year. I've enjoyed Demon Slayer so far. I did have pizza with candy corn once. It was interesting.
The cringe queen rises again.
Well, we're going to have to try to get him... Here, let's just do it this way. Let's head to new guys temporarily and see if that works, okay?
Okay, let's see what happens.
Okay, so we're going to try it like this. Can you talk now, Dandy?
Let's see.
He was talking just fine beforehand when he joined in here, so I don't see what the issue is.
You gotta mute yourself now, big boy.
Pizza with egg and sausage? That's if I had those before. It's pretty good. Do you know the way? I know the way. You have to have Ebola to know the way. Candy corn pizza? Yes, I did. I did eat candy corn pizza. Recommendations for modern... Go ahead.
I was going to say, I'm just waiting for the other people who
Recommendations...
haven't joined yet.
Recommendations for modern anime series to binge. I recommend the new Getter. I've heard good things of it. I saw your wife have pickles and pizza, and I was intrigued. It's actually pretty good. I tried it. Jennifer says, I hate toxic characters in general. Well, if the character is supposed to be toxic and there's a villain, like, I ain't got a problem with it. That's the point. But if there's...
There's one of them. Sorry.
Okay, well, I guess just go back.
I want to let you know right now, Silver is a minor, and after they're done with
That's fine.
their turn, they gotta leave.
That's fine. I'm going to hop and stream it then.
Okay.
Hey, kiddo, what can I do for you today? You got on mute. Thank you, Salvador, for a $2 super chat. Reject trunk, return to monkey. I agree. Lio Golden 1 versus Star Platinum. Who wins? I really don't know. I've actually not watched JoJo. It's a bit too convoluted for me to want to jump into. Lio, have you seen the Primaris Ugandis, the ultimate Brita stop motion? Yes, I actually really like Moonshine stuff. Have you watched Detective Conan? I watched quite a bit of it, at least up to 5 seasons, but not all of it. You ruined a perfectly good DiGiorno. You should feel ashamed for ruining something that's so much better than delivery. I will not, and you cannot stop me. Peanut butter pizza win. Probably never. Can you talk now, Silver? Silver. Huh. I'm going to move you up to... I guess not. I guess you'll just leave. Fantastic. We're up to a good start here. Let's try this again. Can you hear me now? Can you talk now? Marmaduke says, my taste in memes are for boomers. I'm not going to take that from a dude who like does a billion different edits of Sonic like adventures, and I wake up every morning and it's filled with Robotnik memes. I'm not going to take that from you, Marmaduke. Fight me IRL, 1v1 me, bro. What are your thoughts on the 2018 Hordak? I thought the portrayal of the character was worse than Revelations. I've only watched one episode of New She-Ra, and I don't plan on watching more. I'm sorry to hear you're sick, Kevin. Captain Tsubasa or Super Champions? Not really sure. They should bring that case closer to Tsunami. They refuse to. What about banana pizza? I haven't tried that yet. I'm a boomer. I have the right to have that taste in memes. All right, Silver, I'm going to go ahead and bump you back up to the other chat. Hopefully you can get whatever your issue is here corrected so you can start talking. Yeet. Hello, Danny. I love that now people are talking about pizza and shotgun slugs. Yeah, I'll take a look at the map later, pool guy. Very interesting. What was your favorite Beast Wars 2 character? Mine was Scuba, and I'm going through a breakup. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Toku. That's never easy, and I'm sure you'll rebound soon enough. I think my favorite Beast Wars, the second character, should be pretty obvious. I mean, I'm not named Megastorm. No one's talking to you. They all went sleepy. Yeah, there seems to be technical issues somehow. It's amazing. Living like Larry. That's actually my favorite episode of SpongeBob. And I don't watch much SpongeBob. Let me hop into chat.
Yes.
So
Well,
we've
Dandy's talking in here, so I mean.
Yep.
okay. So we're gonna take turns then. All right, Dandy, what can I do for you?
Nothing much, Lyle. I just, came to ask you a question. I don't no disrespect or anything. I'm not trying to disrespect you or none of that stuff. I just came to say what's up.
Go for a backstab, please. That'd be great.
Okay. What
No.
what do you want to know?
So, Lyle, I grew up in the early 2000s, and life was much different back then. You grew up in like the 80s or 70s. Am I right?
It's not the 70s. I ain't that old. I'm old, but I ain't that old.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. How do you feel about Gen Z? How do you feel about it, in your honest opinion?
My honest opinion is that a lot of them are rudderless.
Yeah, you're not far off. You're 100% on the mark there.
Well, I don't mean that in a defamatory way. I mean, every generation has their struggles and they need to find purpose. That's not unusual. It's just that they need to find a purpose that's going to be functional. And unfortunately, the internet has given a lot of rise to some really bad behaviors and a lot of really dumb takes that they think are clever or that they think are going to do anything when it's not.
Every single generation.
Every generation has its struggles, and every generation thinks that the generation before it sucks, and the generation after it also sucks. They always think they're the best. Gobo, I'm 36.
I was gonna say I hate the generation after me, dude. Like they don't even know what the fucking N64 is, and it's a pain.
What? I grew up on 64. That was the first
No, I walk up. So we're at like family parties and whatnot. Okay, we're at family parties, and there's like the big group of kids. There's like maybe 15 or 20 of them or whatever. Okay, I walk up to them and I'm like, let's do a test. And I show them the pictures of some of the consoles I own because I have a lot of them. I show them a picture of N64. None of them know what it is. All right, these are about 10 to 14-year-olds, I would say.
Nerds.
None of them know what an N64 is. I then switch to a picture of a Wii. Only about 2 of them know what the fucking Wii is.
Well, no, I imagine they wouldn't. I would imagine they wouldn't.
I'm just sitting here and I'm like, I want to die. Like I would like, and then they start asking me questions like, oh, do you play Fortnite? And I'm like, please, like I convince them that Fortnite is a shit game. I convince all of them that it's shit and that they should play better games.
It's not my nature to properly bully the generation just for the things they like, unless it's very specific people because it's funny. But yeah, that's my general thoughts. And you're going to find that's true and consistent for any generation. Like look at our parents' generation. The generation before them, they probably thought screwed up, and the generation after them, which is who they raised, they do nothing but complain about us. So that's just true for everybody. I'm not going to sit there and denigrate a new generation just because they're not like me. The problem I'll have is when they don't overcome adversity.
Hey, absolutely.
I truly understand.
Okay, so is there anything else you wanted to ask, Danny? Or Dandy?
Lyle, the reason why I subscribe to you because I respect your practicality and your professionalism when it comes to certain topics or conversations. Because I'm like, you know what? You gotta stay calm. You don't gotta raise your voice. You ain't gotta do none of that. You gotta maintain a certain, demeanor when it comes to certain topics.
Well, it varies on the topic because I do plenty of yelling. I'm gonna tell you that right now. There's been plenty of times I have lost it on people, but that's often not put on my content channel. It's put on Sarah's channel.
Yeah. No, I can't confirm.
Oh boy.
All right, so thank you for your input. We'll go ahead and I guess the other person, the kid, left. Must be having some major mic issues.
Okay.
So
Thank you for answering my questions.
no problem.
Get rid of him.
Lyle, I much appreciate it. Happy New Year's.
You too. All right, so we have
Happy New Year, guys. See ya.
so we have Paleo Doom and we have Kevin. I think Kevin was here first.
Yep, Kevin was here first.
All right, Kevin, let's talk.
He unmutes himself.
If he unmutes himself.
3, 2, 1.
If you don't talk, we're taking your kidneys. Kidneys are mine now. $5 super chat from Avatar Mature. Thank you. I don't have a problem with WoW, which is why I'm not popping in a call. You're really cool and funny. Call, you poor soul. Take my money and keep up the good work. I'll try. I've got a lot of things planned. All right, so since Kevin is Ripperoni, Paleo Doom, what can I do for you today?
You are really quiet.
You in a hallway or something, kid? Yeah, you're real
Yeah,
quiet, like super
you're
ultra
muffled
mega
and
quiet. Sounds like you're trying to talk into your mic from the other side of the room.
I have you at 100 and you're muffled.
I'm not sure what's going on with the microphone.
Make sure your mic is set to like your actual mic and not like a webcam mic, because sometimes Discord will automatically do that because it's stupid.
Oh, really?
Yes. User settings, voice and video, and then change your input device. So, like, my default input device is my webcam, and I'm like, nah, I'm gonna change that real quick.
Your content is better than many celebrities. I don't know which celebrities you're looking at then. I got a problem. I like your channel a bit too much. There we go. I can
There we
finally hear
go.
you. So what can I do for you?
Just have you ever heard of an anime called Ginko and Nagaboshi-gin?
No, I have not.
Oh, it's about a bunch of bear hunting dogs. It's basically an 80s anime. So,
Oh, the one with the gray dog, right?
yeah, that one.
Okay,
Super
yeah.
fan.
Yeah, I've literally never heard it spoken, so that's why. Yeah, I've heard about it. What about it?
I watched it multiple times. It's basically about this gray Akita dog getting vengeance for his father because, like, as a bear killed his father or something. Yeah.
Does he dress like a bat and punch bears? Because that would be awesome.
Nah.
Anything else?
Yeah, just wanted to ask you that. I'm kind of curious.
No, I've never seen that anime. My ability to watch things is very low because I'm very
okay.
busy.
Okay. Well, I hope you have a happy new year.
I hope you do too. Take it easy.
Alright, see ya.
Kevin, have you survived yet? Are you alive? Can you communicate with us? Are people just joining to ask questions because it doesn't seem like they have any issues with Lao? Yeah, so far.
Except for the first two, I guess. But well, hey, I mean,
There he is, Kevin.
He's here to fight. Oh,
Kevin, you are on stream. Oh my god.
Hey guys,
What can I do for you, Kevin?
I'm new here. I'm just trying to see if you guys were alright because of what's been happening.
What do you mean, all right?
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean?
Like since during the whole scandal involving you know who.
You're gonna have to be more specific because there's a lot of you know who's.
Well,
Just say the name.
like there's two of them that I specifically still know,
Can you say
involving
names?
Can you say the
True
name?
Critic Y2K and Julian Cross Titan.
Okay, Toon Critic was like 4 years ago, my dude. I haven't seen or heard anything from him outside of the goofy attempts at rebranding, and I can't remember who Julian is.
He went by his new alt called Mr. All-in-One, but unfortunately, I couldn't get enough evidence. But I found out that he lied to me, and Julian Cross Titan. I hate to say it, but he was caught fetishizing minors, and it really did break my heart.
Is there evidence of this?
I think I have a couple screenshots of it.
It's
I'm
something,
not too sure.
It's something we're not going to go over on the stream. We can pass that on to somebody else. Random Pool
Yes.
Guy says, I miss
Yeah.
Toon Critic. My
I
friends
just
used...
wanna.
Hold on. Pool Guy says, I miss Toon Critic. My friends used to steal his hat and put it in toilets. That's hilarious. Look, whatever it is, we'll be fine. We're adults, and this is kind of like our daily for us.
I just want to make sure you guys are okay. That's all.
I'm 36.
Dude,
I can handle it.
I was gonna say it was 4 years. I thought you were gonna talk about Vito or something, but no.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Like...
Yeah, and that wasn't our scandal. That was the analysis community's scandal because they did a terrible job at handling it.
Yes, they did.
I know.
Yeah, but no, we had nothing.
I just want to make sure you guys are okay. That's all.
We weren't even around at that point.
Yeah. I was like around 2 years after that, so I had nothing to do with that.
I just want to make sure you guys are okay. That's all.
I'm 36. I'm an adult. I can handle myself. Thank you, though.
I'm an adult.
Right.
Thanks for the concern, though.
No problem.
All right, we'll catch you later, Kevin.
The defeat
All
of
right.
Falconic
See
Chaos.
you in the next stream or whatever's.
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
The defeat of Falconic Chaos is one for the ages. The King of Big Macs had it coming.
Oh my god.
Respects to you folks and how you handled him. I mean, like, apparently he's still, like, being a nuisance to other people, but, like, can only do so much. Kids always, you know, sneak devices past their parents. It's not difficult. I don't know, like, I don't know. People are asking, it's like, oh, you know, you're just gonna make another video. I'm like, no, I'm done. Like, I'm moving on. I think I did what I needed to do.
Autobot Starscream says, are eagles even falconic? Actually, no, eagles are in the raptor family. Falcons, like peregrines, are in the falcon family. It's kind of funny. There's a new drama every day. Can we just enjoy the holidays? No.
No.
Thank God.
I need to make more videos on people and then piss people off, and then I need to build my list of enemies, okay?
I'm having a really good day, don't mind me. I'm giving children hell in here.
Or Missy, I'll drag you into a video, okay?
Oh no.
You just get a good microphone, alright? And you'll be fine.
Bet. Gotta get money first.
You have a job, don't worry.
Yeah, true.
Just get a HyperX.
But yeah, no, like I said, don't mind me currently giving children hell.
Yeah,
Violence
maybe I
is
can
a
commission Ollie for new stills for you.
Violence is the solution.
No.
Yes.
I'd cry.
Yes. Do it. Do it.
I was gonna do that I'm doing that for other people at some point, like with Spoken. You know, maybe
I
me and her
mean-
want to do something, and I'm like, no, I want it to fit, okay? I want the art style to be consistent.
I have my own stills, but they're
Yeah,
outdated.
I know, but consistency though.
I'm gonna cry if I get my own stills, because now I can use them if I decide to do something.
Let's see here. Knights of Old says, Lio, Getter, Robo G, or Great Mazinger, who wins? They don't. All their enemies lose. Let's see here. Are you
Emmy's
gonna watch...
calling me a bitch. I'm sorry.
Are you going to watch Jurassic World Dominion? My wife will probably drag me to it, so yes. Do you know anyone who's a big Darkwing Duck fan because of St. Canard's File is trying to find more people to join the Zoom community chat? I know a few people, but most of them hate Zoom. You guys really ought to upgrade to Discord. It's a better piece of equipment, and I still need to scan in like the storyboards I have from the first episode of Darkwing Duck. Lyle woke up and chose violence. No, I am violence. G.I. Joe had crossovers with WWF, Rocky, Fridge, Mass, Street Hawk, and Street Fighter. What should they cross over next? Good storytelling. And a fandom that isn't a bunch of pussies. That's what they should cross over with next. Not saying you're one, but like I've noticed something from the Joe fandom. They're all really weak. Like you say mean words and they fold.
G.I. Joe.
Today's been a really good day for me, I'm not gonna lie.
So you're pops. Check Discord.
Yes, Emmy did some art for me. It's very cute. I shall post in VC Context so people can see it.
Oh boy. What'd the child do?
That different child. I'm talking about my child.
Oh, Mint. Okay.
Yes.
Oh. Of course.
Popped.
Lio, who's a better villain, Mumra or Hordak? Which Hordak?
Yo, which one, bro?
Which one,
The
bro?
new one or the old one?
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, there's the original Hordak from the mini comics, and there's Filmation Hordak. Then there's the New 52 Hordak, and now there's the She-Ra Hordak. So there's a lot of them.
Yeah, that's what I meant by new one, the She-Ra.
Speaking of art, Lio, any plans to bring back a drawing stream if I can get some certain things figured out? Yeah, because I had to end that because we were having issues with Discord. But now I have multiple streams, so it shouldn't be as much of a problem. So we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
We will see.
Filmation Hordak is the original. I couldn't remember if like the Filmation She-Ra hit first or if the mini comics he showed up hit first. So Mum-Ra had Mamut and Hordak had his him. Mamut was more practical. He got jobs done. Hello,
Yes.
Pony Hall. 80s She-Ra is totally hilarious and great. I don't disagree.
Sarah, you bitch.
Lyle, which Showa era Sentai team is your best? I mean, I don't know. The Formation Hordak. Between Mumra and the Formation Hordak, I'd have to say Mumra, because he's kind of done worse things than Hordak's done. He's a lot more aggressive, and he actually reigned for a lot longer. Lyle, got any advice for moving on from a breakup? Because I talked to my friends, all they said is play video games and get over it. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the advice of your friends. The only real advice I can give you is to, number one, realize it's not the end of the world. There are going to be other relationships. There's going to be other people out there. You'll find them eventually. Don't be in a rush. And occupy yourself on what you love, on what you like to do. Pour yourself into your work, into your art, into whatever you enjoy doing, and just engage in that for a while. And it's still going to hurt. It's still going to suck for a while, but it does eventually stop stinging. That's the only advice I can give you. That and, go to church, go to the gym. Is Mumra the entire reason people see good in Mumra and want him to be redeemed? I don't know a single person who wants Mumra to be redeemed. He literally is powered by evil itself. I'm certainly not a proponent of every villain should be redeemed. What's your favorite show of Kamen Rider? I've only seen one Kamen Rider, so I'll have to go with that one. Mumra's a bad dog. Correct, he is. A terrible breath. Do not listen to sad breakup songs. Don't listen to Erasure Men. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
Get better music taste.
Yes, listen to power metal. Wasn't there a He-Man revival during the 2000s? Yes. I had a weird memory about watching it CCs in my childhood. Awesome. Thank you to Random Pool Guy for the $10 super chat. Getting over relationships. Focus on yourself. Don't worry about getting into another one. Yes. Improve yourself and hang out with the bros. 3D women are not important. Doggone it, Pool Guy. Doggone it, Pool Guy. Did you see Secret of Sword or the 87 Masters of the Universe movies when they were out? No, I didn't. I was too young to go to those theaters. I saw them on VHS. Have you seen this Spinal Tap? They're very unpleasant to have. I really like that movie that got into the cartoon. I haven't. Lio, opinion on Ultraman. I like him. He has a very important place in tokusatsu history, as well as pop culture as a whole. Well, Mike and Will are probably dragging their feet because they probably don't know how to communicate with the people. A lot of YouTubers don't do this weird thing called checking their email or their messages, and Mike and Will have to modernize on how to get a hold of these people. So that's part of it too. Sometimes even just commenting on their comment section might get their attention.
Yes.
What you need to do to get over a breakup is to constantly put on repeat Sabaton's Last Crusade. Or The Last Stand, rather. For the grace of the might of the Lord, for the home of the holy. What do you think of the 2000s TMNT series? I loved it. Genuinely love it. Asking me my actual taste in music, I am musically ignorant, and it drives Jace nuts, Fool Guy. I am terribly sorry.
So I'm probably just as bad, although my thing is game soundtracks, and that's about it.
That's gay, Sarah.
Honestly, hey, I have a pretty good taste in game soundtracks. Okay.
Depends on what game soundtrack you're listening to.
There is
more than what?
The best game soundtrack is the original Donkey Kong Country.
Oh my god.
I am totally not even joking. Like, I'm talking about at least...
I love the DKC soundtracks. They're great.
Now, there are some close ties, like Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. I do love that one. Inazuma Man. Inazuma, and I have not seen it, so I couldn't tell you my opinion of it.
I was gonna say to you, Missy, like probably a hell of a lot more than you because I play a lot more. I've played a lot more games than you have.
Hang on, I think we have a new person in spawn for stream.
Let me answer some questions while we're waiting. Favorite musical other than Phantom of the Opera? I mean, all the Disney films are technically musicals. I did like Evita, believe it or not.
We'll wait and see.
You don't know, Missy. Challenge me. Come on.
You gay bitch. Fight me.
You're gay.
No, you.
Well, yeah, I
what
am.
my streams had devolved into.
Prove it.
Let's see here. Lio, thank you, Lio. I'm going to watch a good season of Doctor Who and make custom figures of the comic exclusive champions over the comics. Oh, neat. Sabaton, Attack of the Dead Man. Oh, neat. Over Halo soundtrack? Yes. I would put both of the things I listed over the Halo soundtrack. Because as much as I do love the Halo soundtrack, I mean, Metal Gear Revengeance, like, you can play that all day. And nothing will get you pumped more than the track for the final boss fight for King K. Rool.
Yeah, I also don't you love the remix they did for Smash Ultimate? It's fucking great.
It is good.
Oh god, the trumpets. But the brass, good old brass. Also, somebody said GoldenEye music. I love GoldenEye music. The game itself has not aged very well. I still love the game, but it's just yikes. The controlling the thing with the N64 controller is not very good.
Opinion on Nintendo's cartoons. I watched the Mario Brothers Super Show when I was younger. I enjoyed it in time. Have not seen it since. Have you seen Dragon Ball Evolution? No, because I don't hate myself that much.
I watched it. I hate myself that much.
Are you guys doing predator hunting? Not right now. Lio opinion of Devilman. I will not watch it. It's too contrary to my theological inclinations. And I have not seen the Disney movie Condor Man.
There's a way to play GoldenEye with a mouse and keyboard. I know I support emulation, but I play pretty much every game as it was originally made. That's my thing. I'm not against emulation at all. I just prefer to play it the original way, and the original way is not very good for GoldenEye. I still play it with friends. I have played with friends, but it's just it has issues.
All right, thank you, Zale Song, for the $2 super chat. Yell blood. Okay. He wants us to yell blood for the blood gods, and the chat's going to decide who's best. So I guess I'll go first. Blood for the blood god.
Blood for the blood god.
All right, Missy.
Wait, what?
Oh my God, you blonde child.
I'm gonna beat you even more.
Wait,
Beat the child.
I'm sorry.
Beat the child.
I was more focused on people blasting fucking fireworks in my background. I'm sorry.
Blast them back. Use your rage.
Okay, fine. Blood for the blood god. Fair.
That's not good.
Blood for the blood god. Okay, I'm done.
All right, chat. You can decide who did it best. But my favorite TMNT incarnation, man, of course you had the original comics. It's always good. I enjoyed both the 2003 and the 20. You know, honestly, and this is probably gonna irritate Grim, but in terms of like story and design, I tend to rate the 87 cartoon lower than most of the other stuff. Not that it wasn't a good cartoon. I want to be clear about that. But I just like the others a little better. Let's see. Zale Song says 199. It was most excellent. You were all very obedient. Only if you pay me.
Let's see here. Someone said, fucking Mint said, well, Sarah also watches Ruby. Yeah, and I relentlessly crap on it like every second that I get. Like I only watched at this point with Weebus because just to see how bad it gets. Let's see your Project 64. I tried. Yeah, GoldenEye has always run like it's always run like crap, ran like crap. Which is why, you know, game preservation is, in terms of making the damn thing more, I don't know, functional, would be pretty good. Like I know Ocarina of Time was just reverse engineered entirely by picking apart the code one by one. Mario 64 was reverse engineered. It can be done, but the billion-dollar company doesn't want to do it. They don't want to do it.
I plan on covering Static Shock at some point, and it is a good show. Mint just found out what it is because Weebus was bullying her for not knowing.
Wow.
Right? I was with you kids and not knowing your good cartoons.
I don't know. Don't ask me.
But you are one of the Zoomers. I must ask you, and then I must bully
What's with
you.
What's with you? You need to play more good games, old man.
If I had the time, I might, but I stick with Halo currently. You can't fault me for that. That's a good game.
Well, yeah, I know, but but you gotta play some of the stuff on my shelf at some point.
Okay. Blitzkrieg, are you here for the stream?
Why, yes, I am.
What can I do
Okay,
for you,
then.
Blitz?
Well, I wanted to come by and state that over the course of time, I have actually been a part of the server for, well, let me see. It was back when the Cord Kitty thing came down. That's when I first joined. kind of lurked a little bit here and there.
You
I did
poor
want to
soul.
come on and say, I did want to come in and say that during that initial introduction period, getting to know certain people here and there, I thought you're one of the more abrasive personalities on the server. But
I am.
Over, well, yeah. But I will say this: after listening to the stream, being a part of the stream, kind of watching, listening, and throwing out some questions here and there, you're a pretty cool dude.
Oh, you poor soul!
And I-
that you would lie to yourself like that.
I don't know, man. You got some good taste in quality media from the 80s, 90s.
Don't tell
Yeah.
Jace; he'll
I-
get very angry. Do not
man.
tell this old man he has good taste. You are encouraging him, and that is not acceptable. What's wrong with you?
I will go to the grave with these opinions. Anyways, so I actually had some questions directly I wanted to ask you
Go for it.
while the stream was going. So, okay. You did mention earlier, I did ask about what the best anime was to binge right now, and you said something, and I my ears kind of cut out a little bit when you said it. What was that series that you recommended?
The new Getter series, Getter Robo.
New Getter Robo?
Yes.
All right, let me pull that up in a tab real quick so I don't forget. How do you spell that?
Getter Robo.
Nett?
No. Getter.
Ge.
Yes.
Okay, Getter
Space.
Robo.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, all right. I got that pulled up, so I'm gonna watch that later. Cool.
Awesome.
Cool. All right. Next question. Out of all of the 80s and 90s cartoons that featured anthropomorphic animals, which one would you say was your favorite?
It's hard to say because I don't often gauge things based on that. It all depends on like what they're doing, what the story's about, and keep in mind 80s and 90s had a ton of those things. But if I had to take a pick, it'd probably be Darkwing Duck, Samurai Pizza
right.
Cats, and SWAT Cats.
Okay, pretty great selection. For me, it was probably Tailspin, Rescue Rangers, SWAT Cats. I don't know. Darkwing Duck, I saw a few episodes of it. I thought it was a little too goofy for what it was trying to be, in my personal opinion. But
Well, it's supposed to be a parody. It's supposed to be a parody of comic books and pulp magazines.
So I'll probably have to go back and watch a few episodes if they have it on Disney Plus, which
It is. Granted, I don't
Alright.
have it. Just so you're aware, Rescue Rangers is getting like a Blu-ray release this year.
oh really?
Yep.
Dude, it's about freaking time.
Right. Does Lio save up
Man.
ideas for videos? I have a backlog of ideas.
all right. And then of course I mentioned Brave Star earlier. Man, I could see that being like I could see it being revived, but like I said, after the failure that was both the He-Man and the revival of Thundercats, I was just like, you know what? I don't want to see my childhood come back. It's probably going to get screwed up again.
Well, that and
So-
again, I think that is under the purview of NBC at this point, Brave Star. So you probably won't see anything
Yeah.
from that. It's in a modern climate with people trying to be more sensitive towards the needs of
Yeah.
minorities, which is a good thing, I say. They'd probably be hesitant to tackle it without proper people behind it. And frankly, from all the reboots I've seen recently, I don't think there is a proper person they could do for it.
Nah, it's going to have to be either neuter it down to something that's so watered down for what the original series, or just 100% send it and hope for the best.
Let's see
So-
here. Who owns Thundercats? Warner Brothers owns Thundercats. Lock, stock, and barrel.
Hmm.
Oh, I have a message from Nora. Thank you very much for the Ugandan Lio man. Very, very kind. With a banana on his chest. Very nice.
All right, and finish off real quick because I know you probably got other people waiting. I didn't know. I knew there was a line system, but I didn't think to join the line and wait. I just joined right in because I was like, oh, we're a part of the
No,
server. I
it's
could
fine
probably
because we were having trouble with people's mics working when we pulled them in, so it's all fine.
All right. So maybe a couple more questions. Hurry it along because there's probably going to be other people want to get in after me. So
All right. Take it easy,
I
man.
haven't. Oh, I'm reading your chat.
Oh.
Avatar says, I haven't seen the new Cowboy Bebop series. I can't defend nor make fun of it. Dude, my brothers got into that, and they're like, hey, we've been watching the new Cowboy Bebop. I'm like, you failed me as my brothers.
Oh, Lord.
It's, my gosh, this is the sad thing. The original series is on Netflix, and I have part of the whole series. I have 3 of the 4 CD. I lost a CD somewhere, but I have the original series on DVD. And I'm like, dude, there was no way they were going to come out with this live action series that was not going to have a horrible reception. And it got canceled before they could finish the first season. So it's like, wonderful, beautiful, great way to handle that. My gosh. I love the original, though. I love the style.
We need to move on to the other individual in the call, so thank you for your input. We'll catch you later.
All right. See you around.
All right, Zeno, you're up. What can I do for you?
Oh, I just jumped into because there was a link to join the Discord, and I basically linked and basically said, "Are you here for a stream?" So I basically said, "Oh, okay."
So you had no clue what you were doing. You just hopped in, huh?
Yeah, essentially.
Oh my God. I want to make a reference to something right now, but I can't do it right now.
I wonder why you can't do it right now.
Well, I know, basically, yeah.
But yeah, the point is, like, if you have something you need to say to me, whether it be good or bad, hop in. So if you're not here for that, you can join the other call going on here and start making some friends.
All right.
All right.
I didn't know how it was working.
That's all right. I'll go ahead and move you there.
Hey.
They're gonna eat him alive. Anyways.
My God.
That's okay. People get.
I know, but I was just sitting there like I have flashbacks every time I hear that word repeated. I'm like, I can't stop thinking about it.
LioConvoy, what did you think?
Help it.
What do you think of the '80s Alvin and the Chipmunks? It was best incarnation of the franchise.
Okay.
It was the most fleshed out one.
I'm gonna have to kick one of them because they were asked to join and they aren't joining.
Who are you?
Because we gotta move on.
Who?
Ransom 001.
They're already gone.
Oh, already?
Yeah.
Okay then. Never mind. They did my job for me.
Good Lord. All right, so we had a lot of people join for the stream, but they're not hopping in call. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Thanks,
I don't
Obama.
know why. Guess they don't want to fight the old man.
Live action Gundam series. Didn't anyone see Didn't G Save Your Bomb? Yes, it did, but people don't learn, especially not corporate America. They never learn.
Sarah, I swear to God.
Are you bullying her? Are you bullying her again, Sarah?
Yes.
Well, yes, but I'm also telling you, like, if Ollie ever has the time, I'm gonna pay her to have our characters fight each other, okay?
Oh God.
To the death.
I'm gonna cry because I love Ollie's art so much.
Cool Guy says, Lio, is there a better game than Doom when it comes to killing demons? No, there is not. Thank you, Motorcycle Guy outside. I really needed to hear you rev your engine. You're very cool.
I was gonna say, there's also Gauntlet, but nobody plays Gauntlet.
I want to rip the demons apart with my bare hands and or a shotgun. Can Gauntlet do that?
In similar ways, yes. But it's an arcade twin stick. It's not a first person.
Ew.
Yeah, wait, you don't like arcade twin sticks?
No.
What a boomer you are.
Well, yes, we've been here. We've done that.
Yeah.
We've been through this. He is Old Man River.
Avatar says, I thought you hopped in call if you had a problem with Lio, but so far people have been nice. Lio, what did you do wrong? It depends on who you ask and where, because usually what I've quote-unquote done wrong is had an opinion people didn't like.
Depends on the stream, really.
Depends on the stream. Lio, you need to play Dead by Daylight with me, Emmy, Simp, and my BF. Yes, at some point I will. Don't worry.
Game's trash.
Doom is Eternal. I need to play the DLC. I haven't played it yet. All right, Pony Hall, what's your question?
Trash, just like how Misty is trash.
Have you ever played House of the Dead? No.
Bitch, no you.
Jesse,
You're trash.
There already are Demon Slayer games. Sorry, but how do you feel about the CGI He-Man show on Netflix? I think it's hot garbage, and the person behind it's the same person behind Revelation. So if you give him any attention or praise, they're going to see that as a positive, and they're going to keep him on. So don't.
Kevin Smith does no wrong.
High School of the Dead scared me a lot when I was little. Until why were you watching High School of the Dead, or that House of the Dead? I can't tell. Lyle, what other first-person shooter games do you enjoy besides Doom? Halo. Emmy is triple grounded for profanity. Good. House of the Dead. Yeah, you still. Either way, you should not have watched it at that age.
No, you need to. Oh, hold on a sec. What is an arcade twin stick game? Too much of a damn child to understand. Oh my god.
Will Kevin
Don't
Smith
make them anymore.
Will Kevin Smith get his redemption if he releases Crook 3? No, because I don't care for any of Kevin's work.
We failed our children. Shake my head.
You're the leader of the children. You failed them.
Yeah, you don't know what I'm talking about either, Missy. Shut up.
If you haven't checked content and shitcase, I'm doing my job with the kids.
You're going to the rank of pit for profanity.
Watch your profanity.
No.
What in the world?
What is your favorite?
Are you bullying Emmy for the work?
Yes. Also because she keeps calling me Granny. I've had enough. And it's a rule break, by the way.
It is. According to who?
Baiji.
Well, yeah, Baiji knows all of the rules off the top of his head, so...
And he's the one that made the rule, too, so I have the right of way.
Did you actually ban the child?
No.
Good.
I didn't. I didn't ban Raven, I was corrected.
Because they're both grounded. And Luna's grounded.
Why is Luna grounded?
Let's see here. Lyle, what do you think?
True, but I don't know the reason this time for, though.
Hold on. Starscream, I've said this a couple times, so I'm going to make it clear. Kevin Smith is the front man. He's not the person involved with all the terrible decisions made from Revelation. That would be Rob David. Rob David is the brand manager for Masters of the Universe. Every terrible idea in Revelation was done by Rob David, and Rob David is the one behind the CGI He-Man. So, putting money in his pocket on either thing is foolish. Minkman says, Lyle, what do you think was the funniest or serious episode of G1 Transformers? Oh man, don't start. You had the girl who loved Power Glide, and you had Bot for silliest and worst ones, as well as Carnage and C Minor for a lot of things. But the one I find the most entertaining is Web World, where the Decepticons have had enough of Galvatron being insane, and they tried to take him to a mental health facility, and he winds up making the entire planet crazy. I love that episode. Raven says she's going to dox Emmy and send plushies like she did to Jibs. The shipping alone will kill you, because Emmy lives in the Arctic tundra. Pony, I want to know how to do a YouTube channel trailer. I'm the wrong guy to ask.
Favorite arcade game, Michael Bassett, Mappy, Namco Mappy.
Raven, calm down, child. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, Mappy is one of my favorite games ever made.
By the way, how come you haven't done a video on the 2011 Thundercats? Same reason why I haven't done any videos related to Thundercats in a while. I've been super busy.
Oh, we got another one.
Well, stop being busy, Lio.
I would love to, but
stop being an adult.
Work is
don't
work.
You want to make as much videos as me?
I actually would, but I can't. I just don't have the time.
I know. It's a shame.
What is that username? What the I'm sorry.
What username?
Spawn, really quick.
Oh, that's Daddy. I don't know why. That's a kid, and that kid's probably not here to talk. Find out if he's here to talk, and if he is, we'll bring him in. If not, well, you're gonna need to yeet him, because child.
Yep. I did that for Silver anyways, so.
Daimo says, my favorite G1 episode is the one where Astrotrain and Blitzwing become dumb and try taking over the world by overthrowing Megatron and hackjacking football and having an army of vintage trains. Yeah, Triple Takeover was pretty funny. Boom. Good lord, stream's been going for close to 2 hours now.
Oh boy.
Have you seen
Content.
Have you seen the Ninja Turtles anime from the 90s? Yes, and it hurts. Lio, did you hear? I'm growing up. I have a real job now. I am a preschool teacher. Oh, that is horrifying.
I'm so sorry.
That was poor Chirin. Chirin.
Children.
The Chirin. Oh, yeah, Chirin.
Yeah, but no, I have an arcade cabinet down there. Play Mappy whenever I want.
Mappy.
Do you even know what that is?
It just sounds so goofy.
Yeah, I know, it's goofy, and it's probably because of Namco's amazing ability to name their games in English, like Dig Dug.
My god.
Galaga. Mappy. Pac-Man.
Donkey Kong.
They didn't make Donkey Kong.
I just want to throw you off. Teach the children to spell the names right. We'll see.
No, I know my shit.
Prime target wins for Venkman because of the line, a booby trap that actually catches boobies. There was that line in Dinosaurs, it's like, it's annoying with all these humans booby traps. It wouldn't be if there weren't so many boobies around.
Oh my god.
I love that clip. I love it so much.
Thick is pretty good.
Take it easy, CC.
Yeah, am I right, Missy?
She's zoning out again because she's blonde.
Oh yeah.
I'm not zoning out. I'm doing my job here.
Doing your job, okay.
Yes.
No, what was that one thing? What was it? Like the one like which character you drew, and then Lio replied, like, "Wow, this character's like as thick as or whatever." I don't remember.
My
what
god, yeah.
So thick you gotta eat it with a spoon. Good God.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, that's what you said. Yeah.
Lio, what do you recommend for heralding in the new year? A talk with God.
Yeah, that's your fault, Missy.
Especially from Missy.
It's always my fault, no matter what.
One of none says, I work in a hospital. It's fun, man. I've done a lot of work within hospitals, not hospital related, and it's miserable for me. What drink do you recommend? Oh, I don't drink, so sorry, I missed that somehow. Calling King Randor. Come in, you royal boob. What are Dinosaurs? Really, Shinobi? Man, I'm surprised you don't know. Dinosaurs was a cartoon made in the 80s, oddly enough by the guy who wound up making the original Tim Burton Batman film, the scriptwriter for it, about a warring race of dinosaurs that that land on Earth to do their battle. They're from a planet called Reptilon, which is on the other side of the sun. And the show it was like Mighty Ducks in the sense that they couldn't decide what they wanted to do, because one episode, like, they were genuinely like trying to destroy each other, and the next episode they're like back on Reptilon trying to hold down full-time jobs. It was really weird, but it was fun. Raven says, I got to cash my first paycheck, $150. Man, I spent more than that today. In terms of toys, which do you think had it better, He-Man or Thundercats? He-Man, hands down, not even a question. I like the Thundercats toy line, but it tried too hard to be innovative instead of functional. Well, I have a question. When I'm pre-ordering toys, I'm going to review it. I come in, which I discuss when reviewing them. Things like sculpting, painting, articulation, how well it works, whether it's a good representation of the character itself. Generally, what you think of the toy in general.
Is it from Hasbro?
No, I think the toy she's reviewing is from McFarlane.
Okay.
Nora is asking what He-Man's about. He-Man is about... Oh, hold on, the Weef.
He-Man!
How do you not know what He-Man is?
He-Man is about He-Man, and He-Man terrified me as a kid.
Wow, Sarah.
No, it's because of the fucking PSAs where He-Man would talk directly to your face. And I'm like, why is He-Man talking to me? Why isn't he trying to go get Skeletor?
I can't believe you're scared of big buff men on TV, Sarah. What's wrong with you?
The PSAs! Oh my god!
You see, Sarah, in today's episode, we learned that you shouldn't be afraid of fictional characters, even when they're talking to you. They're still fictional characters. We're all just cells on screens. It's okay to be afraid of things, but it's always a good idea to examine your fears. Until next time, friends. Okay, He-Man. He-Man is a show about a very large man who is trying to do his best to protect his world and the universe from an evil, sometimes demon from another dimension, occasionally his deranged and warped uncle. Best way to put it for your generation, a magical boy cartoon.
Yeah, no, that'll do it.
Include all the way down to sparkles while he transforms, and it's amazing.
Just think of Sailor Moon, but man. Best way to put it.
In today's episode, we learned that Nora doesn't understand boomer cartoons. Correct.
Now watch Chowder.
Yes.
I really don't like
Which I know you don't like it
Yeah,
very
I
much.
don't.
You're more of a flapjack kind of
I
person.
absolutely
I'm
am.
more of a Chowder kind of person. I mean, they both kind of blend together because they were both around at the same time.
Hold on,
Listen.
hold on. Grim, I
What?
know. That's why I said occasionally. That was
Listen,
asked for the grand scope of He-Man, not just the first cartoon.
I was gonna say I have verdict. Both are as equally as good.
I mean, yeah, you could definitely make that. I need to give Flapjack another run because Flapjack just genuinely like.
And I can say this because I grew up with both of them, so there you go.
Yeah, so did I. But like, Flapjack genuinely like rubbed me the wrong way. I'm not. Something about it was just very off. But yet I was
No.
fine with Chowder. It made no sense.
What makes it better is that one of the clips is on TikTok where it's like, Knuckles, you better stop picking on my boy or I'll fight you. I'll fight you, whale.
Oh no, Chowder's like facial expressions, especially like on Mung and other characters, they never.
Shinobi,
Never old.
Shinobi, I have absolutely watched Superbook.
Chowder, I'm about to commit a hate crime against the Italians.
Italian.
And I did. The candy corn pizza.
You did. Do I still have that drawing? Hold up. Of
I mean,
you asked me for.
I mean,
Yeah.
I have it still.
Oh my god.
Favorite Sailor
I'm
Soldier and
surprised.
why? My favorite is a toss-up between Mars and Pluto. Was it the candy wife that scared you? I mean, it might be.
No, it's just everything about it. Like it was. I think it was like. I would say that Flapjack is twice as weird as Chowder, honestly.
Okay.
Let's see here.
I'm guessing.
Favorite Transformers series is a toss-up between Beast Wars and Transformers Prime.
Take the moon.
And you take the moon, and you take the moon.
Wait, did they leave?
No.
Oh no, they didn't. Okay.
Let's see here.
Do we kick the person who joined because they haven't joined BC at all?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it's I mean, I think you pretty much run
Oh,
through everybody.
Goodbye.
Let's see here.
Not gonna lie. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I gotta keep answering the chat. I did like Galaxy Rangers from what I've seen. I've been trying to get a hold of the first season DVD release, and it has not happened because it's very, very expensive now because it's out of print. What was your first non-mainstream anime? I have no idea. I don't tend to catalog things like that. But one that I have watched that a lot of people apparently aren't aware of is Shura no Toki. That was really good. Favorite mobile suit or Gundam? Mine has to be Zeta or Wing Zero. I've got a lot of Gundams that I really enjoy. I like the Epion, despite its name, for the obvious fact that it's a dueling suit. But I also like the Ultron. Of course, Katagi's 2 is great. God Gundam's fantastic. Favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle? Leonardo, because, and quoting Jace, well, of course you like Leonardo, you're boring old man! How about He-Man toys versus Ninja Turtle toys? Turtle toys had more variety. You could literally, they were just throwing things at the wall at one point, so you can, if you want something in Turtles, you could probably find it. Lyle, for your anniversary, you should bring Mrs. Convoy into a stream and have her be interviewed by the bird. No, not going to do that. Do y'all remember the episode of Chowder, the Maze episode, where at the end there was a creepy pink CGI creature dancing to an odd background stand? That scared the crap out of me. No, can't say I do that. Favorite Power Ranger and then favorite Ranger in general. Okay, my favorite Power Rangers was, of course, the original, for the obvious reasons. And my favorite Ranger, got a story for this. So I was at Denny's years ago with friends of mine who were playing Magic at the time. And it came up where we talk about our favorite Rangers, and most people like Green Ranger. And I said, I've always been more fond of the original Red Ranger. And my friend Kubak, who is like the most controlled man you will ever meet in your life, despite looking like an axe murderer, he's got the big beard and everything, he put his cards on the table so loud it made a thumping noise, turned his head to me and said, you would be a fan of the original Red Ranger, you freaking douchebag. Like, that level of aggression I did not expect, so I'll always remember it.
My God.
Let's see here.
Chowder, I need a nicotine.
Big O Showtime. I did like Big O. What was your favorite character from Chowder and why? I think that's directed to you two.
Oh, to me? Oh no, there's quite a few. There's quite a few, bro. I mean,
I forgot his name, but he was voiced by the same guy who voices Bender in Futurama. That's why I liked him.
For me, it's between Mung and Chestnut.
Oh, gotta do my job.
Okay.
Second.
Have you seen Chobits? And if yes, what's your opinion? I have not. It doesn't look like it would appeal to me. What do you think of Voltron Fleet of Doom crossover movie? It's pretty good. Lio, what is your favorite He-Man meme? Okay, my favorite He-Man meme is He-Man looking to the camera and says, don't make fun of your wife's choices. After all, you were one of them. And then he hops on the sky sled. Until next time, friends. Did you watch the original dub of Sailor Moon with the Cousins? Yes, actually, I have them on DVD. I unironically like the Deke dub because when you've seen the Sailor Moon Reanimated project, it's become very obvious it wasn't the voice acting that was initially the issue. It was the fact that it just did not match the animation style well. Let's see. Oh man, I'm missing some stuff, so I'll have to get into the power.
Oh no, Grounded is
Oh.
here. I think Grounded wants to fight.
Another good.
The
Hold on, let me get through the chat first. Another good anime fell under the radar in the U.S. was popular with nearly every other country. Is the Mazinger trilogy. True. Thoughts on Saint Seiya and Ronin Warriors as magical boy anime? I think they're pretty good from what I've seen. Have you ever read Astro Boy before? If so, what are your favorite aspects of it? I have not. Gazpacho bans all. All right then. John DiMaggio. True. Dr. Barber always surgery. Yes. Bruno Markov. Chobix is the follow-up anime called Angelic Layer. Interesting. You meant public service announcements. I watched all the CGI or the G.I. Joe public service announcements. Have you played Transformers Fall of Cybertron? Yes, I have. All right, so I guess I have to wait for a child to get in.
Oh my god, she just left, and I had to change Missy's name to Grounder.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I kind of like the name To the Woodshed.
Why was it To the Woodshed?
Because I told Missy she didn't act right, I was going to take her to the woodshed.
And I said, do it, you won't. That's why my name
Oh,
was
there she is.
To the
There
Woodshed.
she is. Hold on. There you are. What's your problem?
Hello?
Hello, child. What can I do for you?
I was just chilling in weenies waiting for Emmy.
Oh my god.
Okay, we'll get back over there.
Just kick out a child like that.
Should I watch the
punt them out the window?
Should I watch the original Sailor Moon dub or sub? You should watch it. Up to you. You can watch the original Deke dub. You can watch the newer dub, or you can just watch it subtitled. I don't think there's an incorrect way to watch it. To be completely honest with you. And I'm gonna get heat for that. Somebody's gonna clip and ship that. It's like, oh, this man is a terrible Sailor Moon opinion. And I'll be like, yeah, probably. I don't care. Oh, hold on. I need to do something real quick. Hi, Luna. You're still gay. There we go. Hello, Nick. All right, so I think we've done enough for tonight. I have enjoyed my time here, and hopefully you guys have all done it. We'll have to do this again sometime soon. Next year, new content. So thank you all for joining me.
Sarah.
I will fight you, Missy. I will fight you here and now.
Bet. I'm joking.
You owe me 2 fights.
I do. Damn.
Have a happy new year, everybody. We'll catch you next